Say what you will about the abundance of Souls-like titles over the years, but they continue to prove popular. The future looks especially promising, whether it's high-profile efforts from Hexworks, FromSoftware, NEOWIZ, or relatively new titles from Nexon and Darkstar. Whether it's an open world, a linear experience, or a multiplayer-focused approach, there's something for everyone. Here are 15 new Souls-like games to watch out for in 2025 and beyond. Elden Ring Nightreign. New might sound like a misnomer for Nightreign, a spin-off from FromSoftware's massive open-world action RPG into a co-op experience. Nevertheless, it's something truly unprecedented from the studio. 1 or 3 players survive through multiple days, nights, and bosses, including some from Dark Souls, to take on the Night Lord. Select a class, scope out areas with valuable loot, face the night, and try to survive. It's out later this year for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS4, PS5, and PC, and we're intrigued to see how it fares. Lords of the Fallen 2. Given how well Hexworks' first title fared, a sequel makes sense, even if there's little to go by and it's a ways out. CI Games is publishing the Xbox Series X and S and PS5 versions, while Epic Games published for PC, but the developer touts more ambitious gameplay options for wider audience appeal. It also promises that it will address all core player feedback from Lords of the Fallen 2023, while also doubling down on the features players love most, on top of taking a quality over quantity approach. All that is well and good, but we'll have to wait until 2026 to get our hands on it. The First Berserker Khazan. I'll admit to being initially skeptical about a Souls-like title based on dungeon and fighter, but after the betas and demo, Khazan has proven surprising. The tale of vengeance is as old as time, yet the combat feels refreshingly visceral, fast-paced, and hard-hitting. With various skills and weapon types, brutal boss fights, and an incredible aesthetic, developer NeOWIZ is poised to deliver a hit when the First Berserker Khazan launches on March 27th for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. AI Limit. All hail the rise of anime Souls-like, with Sense Games delivering a more traditional effort with its debut title. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, players venture through the monstrous Havenswell as Arisa, a blader who seeks to repair the branches within. Combat is proven intriguing with a transformation mechanic for spellcasting and an extensive range of combos, but can the rest of the experience stand out from the crowd? AI Limit arrives on March 27th for PS5 and PC, so we won't have to wait too long to find out. Daba, Land of Waterscar. Non-linear progression, a journey through a world that's breaking down, and the quest for self-discovery and identity, topped off by the gorgeous visuals, surreal locales, and imaginative bosses. Whichever way you slice, Darkstar, who's no stranger to Souls-like, having worked on Sinner's Sacrifice for Redemption, is cooking up something special for PS5. Here's hoping it arrives sooner rather than later. Wuchang Fallen Feathers. Who else to deal with a disease-ridden land than a pirate warrior, even one suffering from amnesia like Wuchang? Lin Zi's action RPG unfolds during the late Ming Dynasty in the land of Shu, with monstrosities emerging thanks to the feathering disease. Survival is paramount, and thankfully, Wuchang has an extensive range of skills and weapons to fight back. Look out for it later this year on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Ballad of Antara. If one quest through a plague-ridden land with horrifying creatures isn't enough, how about 2? Tipsworks' Ballad of Antara also arrives this year for PS5, PC, iOS, and Android, and surprisingly, it's a free-to-play title. Para is where you'll face the Scourge, seeking essences and maybe saving the world. It's hard to say, but what's truly interesting are the multiple playable characters known as emissaries. You can even switch between them during combat, which should make for some interesting combinations. Lies of P2. After the breakout success of Lies of P, NEOWIZ would subsequently announce DLC and a full-blown sequel. Nothing has been officially confirmed for the latter, though listings indicate it's developed on Unreal Engine 5 and supports multiplayer. With how the first game ended, the universe seems ripe for other adjacent fantasy characters to appear. Regardless, if it maintains the same level of quality for its action and environmental design, Lies of P2 should be another instant classic. Grime 2. The follow-up to Cloverbyte's underappreciated Soulslike also lacks a release date or much gameplay. However, the premise of exploring a world of bizarre creatures and characters while taking on powerful foes remains. The sequel takes place in the same universe, albeit in a new land where players control Formless, a mimic who can create molds from other creatures, using them as attacks, summons, or more. Parrying is still very much a thing, and with a more colorful world and art style, Grime 2 could be as disturbingly surreal as its predecessor. Where Winds Meet. Available now in China, Everstone Studios' action RPG mixes some wuxia with an open-world setting and epic boss fights. It's fairly Wolong-esque in terms of combat, which isn't a bad thing, especially given the various weapons and abilities on offer. There's still a lot we don't know, including its Western release date, but it's yet another Souls-like for PS5, PC, and even iOS and Android fans to look forward to. The Relic First Guardian. Project Cloud Games' semi-open world epic offers a dreamy aesthetic mixed with brutal fantasy, as players must find pieces of a destroyed relic and restore Arsiltis. The twist? No leveling up. The focus is instead on runes and crafting, with dungeons and bosses serving as the key for powering up. The Relic, the First Guardian, arrives early this year for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. Mistfall Hunter. As novel as Elden Ring Nightreign may seem, it isn't the only multiplayer Souls-like out this year. Bellring Games' Mistfall Hunter is also inbound, albeit only for Xbox Series X and S and PC, and focuses on the Gildan Hunters, fighting to stop the dangerous Gildan Mist. Though it also features different classes and PvE co-op, there are also extraction elements and PvP. Witches of the New World. As appealing as a post-apocalyptic setting can be, it's nice to see the likes of Horizontal Entertainment trying something new. Its upcoming Souls-like takes place during the 17th century witch hunts, fighting off various monstrosities. It's out in 2025, though its platforms and more contemporary hands-on gameplay have yet to be revealed. Yonggong's Sword Awakening. There aren't many details for Yonggong's Sword Awakening, which received some extensive gameplay last year. Nevertheless, for a small indie team, the combat and visuals look promising, even if there's more polish necessary. Hopefully, we'll learn more about the project this year, including its platform and a potential release window. Project M. Of the various titles on this list, Hound 13's Project M is perhaps the most mysterious. Receiving some intriguing prototype gameplay way back in 2021, there haven't been many updates since then. But we're hoping for it to resurface at some point, if only because of its cool-looking designs. Hey, did you know that we at GamingBolt upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.